there, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie. Thanks for popping in and checking out my creative process. I'm going to come up with a funky... I'm sorry, guys. I'm a Virgo and this is bothering me because I have to fix it. I was just too lazy to move my fucking shelf and do the whole thing. So we're just going to... because it's driving me nuts. But do you like my Santas? Yeah, I found my Christmas stuff. I'm trying. I'm really struggling. And I did my little board over there. Right? I tried. This is as Christmas as it's getting. And I have stuff around my TV. I miss my grandma, and I don't want to. That's why it's Merry Grinchmas this year. I'm the fucking Grinch. I'm sorry. I miss my grandma. She was the queen of Christmas. And Christmas is poop without her. And I'm sorry. But that's just how it is. I'm sure it'll be better next year. Anyway, I got a big sheet of paper this time because I feel like these ones are going to have more characters. And I drew a bunch of cards. So let's get right into it. Alright, these are the ones I made. They're based on real characters or actors. Let's start with some feminine characters. What are we getting into? I gotta come up with a cool name for these. Tinsel Tale Tryouts? No. Well, we're trying. Oh, Amelia Earhart and Harriet the Spy. Two strong characters. I like it. See if we can get some descriptions about these. We are using the Wild Goddess Oracle. Sorry, I didn't put makeup on, and this doesn't make sense for what I'm wearing right now because I changed, but it's been a fucking day and I just don't have time because I have to work for the next, I don't know, till I have a day off. I work for Amazon and I'm dying. This is dying, like tired. I can't. I don't even have time for makeup. I don't. Alright, what do we got for Amelia Earhart? The Maya, holy shit, says, allow past mistakes to help you see through all illusions so you can understand and act upon what you know is real and what is false. This is like a crusader character. Strong. I'm getting Spanish with the Mayans. So, we're going to name her Maya. That's character 1, Maya, and she is of Spanish descent. That's probably going to be relevant somewhere. We've got ballsy. These are the details of Amelia Earhart. Ballsy, daring, daredevil, adventure seeker, in some kind of trade or craft, defying the odds, adrenaline junkie, someone who got ghosted, literally vanished, disappeared out of nowhere, works in the airfield, smart, mechanical, unknown factors. So I think I'm just going to make her a headstrong woman for right now. We'll find out what she's rallying against in a little bit. What says Harriet the Spy? We got trying to be a good person, innocent or childlike, known since childhood, idolizing others, could have red hair, be young, helper, assisting, investigating, spying, looking into clues. I definitely felt like cop energy. We got the poet. Okay, so a writer. Yep, with the guardian popping. I feel like this is going to be an angel character, like a Christmas angel. Ooh. Reporter / angel. And her name is going to be Noelle. She's actually an angel, but she's going to be a reporter writing a story on this Amelia Earhart. Really, though, it's just a guise to get close to help assist with her angel-like duties because she's a guardian, the guardian angel of Maya. Noelle, Maya's guardian angel. I don't even really read these when I'm doing it, just writing it out, like logs it in my mind. That's why I do it. This is like mind mapping for me. Photographic memories. Anyway, let's get some male characters we got going on for males in this story. Feeling like a love interest, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's because I watched 3 90-minute love story movies. Andy Slitzer, 40-year-old virgin. Let's see what it says. Maybe a virgin or has little sexual experience. What the fuck? My cupboard just opened and shut by itself. I live by myself. Did you hear that? I don't feel any ghosts. They're very secretive. Anyway, I was trying to medium vibe out. Anyway, that was fucking weird. Maybe a virgin or has little sexual experience or partners needs a connection with someone to be sexual. Sweet, slightly nerdy. Okay. I'm getting some vibes. Let me get another one. I feel like this is going to be like Donald Trump. Details of controversial, likes to be a pot stir, cause drama, very competitive, good in business, has a mind that never shuts off. So there's like 2 fucking love interests here for this Maya. I feel like Maya is going to be attached to this like Trump-like business. They're a powerhouse. Amelia Earhart character Maya is a powerhouse woman. Obviously, she's important in something for a reporter to be doing a story on her. So I feel like that's like she's with somebody who is of equal authority in some sense. I'm not going to write anything for him. I'm just putting a dash. As in, yes, we have another character on the table. With this Donald Trump, I'm going to make him like the typical pompous ass, you know, the narcissistic, probably only together for, like, because they look good on each other's arms or because it's good for business. It's not a real love situation. Maya wouldn't be in love with this person. She doesn't have time for love. When this angel, the poet, comes into her life acting like a little bit of a Cupid, pushing her towards this Andy Slitzer character who is probably a bit more on the religious side, with this being an angel. I'm not going to put religion in it, but I'm just putting the backstory of like this is somebody who's very traditional, you know, isn't going to, like, I don't feel like it's a virgin. I kind of am going to make this person a widow. Maybe they have some kids, which would be very confusing for Maya to fall in love with somebody who has kids. She doesn't have time for kids. You know, she's a business lady or whatever we're going to have her get into. But so, yeah, I feel like Andy's kind of like the wild card character of, for some reason, this man and his kids is thrown in the path of Maya through the Christmas season. And I don't know if what the circumstances are going to be, but it's going to melt Maya's heart. I feel like that's kind of where it's going. Good old-fashioned Christmas love story. Who doesn't love it? I'm not a fan. I love romance. I love romance in a relationship. But when I watch, as a writer, I'm like, I like gore. Let's see some fucking shit. Like, I don't want to be like, let's watch these characters make out. Like, 50 Shades of Gay. 50 Shades of Gay. Oh my god. Hey, maybe I should make one of these characters gay. I feel like that was a sign from Spirit. Alright. Are we going male or female? Female. Okay. I like it. Plot twist. I can't even talk to you. That Spirit's like, let's stay with the story. We're putting a gay character in. Yay. I like this. I am for it. I'm for supporting LGBTQ. I tried to be gay because, you know what? I would rather date a woman, and I can't even, like, pretend for a second. I'm like, no! I tried. My friend's like, it's like 3 minutes, bro. I'm like, I can't. She's like, you are what you are. Because, if you think about it, long term, like, I don't really get along with women that much. I mean, I do. Like, I can't really get along with anyone, but they always end up being catty to me, and I'm just like, why? Why is everything a competition? I don't fucking get it. I'm not that kind of female. Like, maybe it's just the area. I'm not saying all females are like that, or the ones that I bump into, but I was thinking about it, like, men are gross, kind of. They don't pick up after themselves half the time. Like, it would be so much easier to date a woman. We could share clothes. Like, what the fuck? But I can't do the sexual stuff, so I guess that's out. Like, you can't just be friends. You can't just live together and just be best friends. I mean, you could, but then if the other person's a lesbian, that's very sad. It's like their life sentence of no sex. I wouldn't do that to someone. I can't even fake it. I like the D. I'm sorry. Anyway, not everyone's D. I'm just saying. I'm trying to bump my guns because I got nothing. Are we not doing? Okay. Maybe we should go back to the male side. I think. Yes, I like this plot twist. Okay, yes. LGBTQ, you're gonna love this. You're gonna fucking love this because, one, who the name is and what they represent. But, so Maya's dating Donald Trump character. What are we gonna name this guy? Can we just name him Trump? Can we do that? We are. He's known as Trump. It'd be like his last name. He needs a Dick first name. Richard Dick Trump. He's gonna be Richard, but people are gonna call him Dick. Dickie. Fuck this. This is hilarious. I don't care. We're running with it. Anyway, long story short, gonna be secretly gay. And he's like a total homophobe in the public, and he like the total jerk, like bashes, but is secretly gay. Like gonna have the layered story of I'm afraid to be who I am, because it's true. A lot of the biggest bullies out there that are like anti-gay are actually gay themselves, and they're just not comfortable with it. That's the fucking truth. So we're rolling with that, Dickie. Also, what's that movie? It's playing. I think they called him Dickie in that movie. The Talented Mr. Ripley. Good movie. You should watch it. Where's those cards? Oh, I'm getting so scatterbrained. Oh, here they are. The Wild Orca. Let's get some details about this saintly man who's traditional. What the fuck was that? My tongue just got stuck. I was like, roll with it, people. Spirit is fucking with me. I don't know what is happening in my house right now. You know, I just heard Capote, and that freaks me out. He died on my birthday, and we both have weird voices in the same year. He died on August 25th? It's changing my words. August 25th, 1984. That's the day I was born. That's the day Capote died. I'm also a writer. I'm collabing with Spirit. Capote. Holy fuck. That's just... The cupboard was Capote. I'm freaked out because I'm also a fan of Capote. Anyway. Who is also a free spirit. Hello, Mr. Capote. We share souls. He was in passing. I was like, hi. And he's like, hi. He's going to heaven. I was coming back. Like that. That's what happened. I weirdly remember it. I don't know why. But yeah, birds. Okay, Andy is Donald's lover. Maya's gonna be the nasty twat that's exposing him, not Donald Trump's lover. Flipping the script. So Dickie do. It's just a dick. It's not like a homophobe. He's just like got the image of a playboy. Like, people think he's a womanizer, that he never settled down, that's why he's not married. But no, the true story is he's got a man. A secret lover man. And Maya, who is, we're gonna make her like honey. Why can't I speak? Capote, stop fucking with my words, or whoever's doing that. Money hungry, like fame, like power hungry. Remember, this is somebody who has to go through an angel and like do some work and change in the story. So Maya is a fucking douche in the beginning of the story. So Maya, we could make Maya the reporter. We're going to make Maya the reporter and Noelle is like her assistant camera lady, because that would make more sense for an angel. And, you know, they're not supposed to take on a major role of like, oh, I'm writing your life story. Like, an angel can't be that involved. So Noelle is going to be the camera girl / assistant, you know, the one that Maya barks orders at and treats like shit. Who is actually Angel. So Maya is the reporter who finds out about the secret lover that Dickie has. Let's give this Andy Slitzer a character who I feel like is this free spirit, very hippy dippy vibes. I don't know why I heard Hank, but that doesn't really like fit the description. I want like a softer name, like let's call him Billy. And I'm only calling him Billy because I just saw Billy Elliot. So I feel like this is somebody who is very into dance, like me, like a shaman, but a male version. So like artist, free spirit. What does Billy do? You know, we got Trump over here. Dickie Trump, who's like playboy, secret gay. He's the money man, like he's the sugar daddy, right? I don't feel like Billy really has much of a job. He just kind of creates things and sells what he creates, and Dickie allows Billy to do whatever. He's just, you know, I feel like Dickie's really gonna love Billy, like he can't live without Billy. But Billy is going to be more of, like, I want to get married. I want to be, like, publicly outed. I don't want to, like, see you in the tabloids with women pretending to be a womanizer when you're with me every night. You know, a fair game, Billy. Word to Billy. These characters have to become real to you in order for you to tell a good story. So I like Billy. Billy's my favorite so far. All right, let's work on Noelle a little bit. So Noelle, I want to make her like klutzy angel though. Like she doesn't get things right. Like she's like a newbie. A newbie angel who like maybe just got her wings. Like, because, you know, it's got to be a little bit of a plot twist. If Noelle was really good at her job, she could just be like, boop, 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 done. But Noelle, you know, she's a newbie. She's got to be the cameraman. She's got to be bossed by Maya. And, you know, she tries to change Maya and she strikes out, you know, changing her heart. How this is all going to lead together, I'm not quite sure just yet. But let's get some descriptions about Dickie over here. We got the free spirit for Billy. The protector. He's very protective of Billy and his personal life. Protective of his secret. It's not that he's ashamed to be gay. I think this more has to do with his family. I feel like he's got like the traditional, maybe Italian mom, you know, churchy background. And I think he keeps telling Billy, like, you know, as long as my mom's around, because I feel like he's a rather older man. We're making Dickie like early 50s, so his mom would be up there, So he's like, while my mom's alive, just allow me to play the part of, she's always trying to set him up with women, and she's like, Dickie, I'm not gonna be around forever. I want to see you settled. And just thinking Billy is like his best friend, not really knowing the true story. So I feel like he's protective of his mother and his faith and the way he grew up, and he wants to be able to come out in the world without, I think he fears most his mother's rejection. Fears mom's rejection. Like, to be shunned by her and his church would be like completely devastating. So I feel like in this story, you're really gonna like kind of hate Dickie in the beginning, like Maya, thinking he's a dick, like heartless, and then you're gonna get into the layers of Billy. I feel like Billy's not gonna have any family. Let's give him a little bit of a sordid past, because I want to show Dickie's heart a little bit, not because I'm trying to project bad things on the LGBTQ community, but unfortunately it is very true of a lot of, the younger gay men that I've worked with in my area that are homeless. They did get abandoned by their families, or they just didn't have families in general, or their parents, got caught up in the drug game, or they did themselves. A lot of these young boys on the streets are addicts, and they sell their bodies just like women. It's very tragic. Like, that's 100% true, unfortunately, at least in my area. I'm not just saying LGBTQ men. There is a lot of women like that, but in the youth around here, we see a lot more boys doing prostitution around here, which is really sad, because these boys are like 16 years old, 16 to 19. They're out here. They don't always have condoms. They could get AIDS or STDs, and a lot of them get beat up. Nobody protects them from these fucking assholes. It's just sad. So I kind of want to honor their story a little bit with Billy. So we're going to make him somebody that Dickie found on the street. I'm going to say he's a previous addict. Which, sorry. Oh my God, my throat just closed and I felt like I was drowning. What's happening? What's going on? I'm not trying to be a medium right now. Oh my God. Who's tuning in? And you might be having like pneumonia. You should get your lungs checked if you feel that way. I pick it up, I say it, even when I'm not trying to. But, that's going to make the story juicier for Maya, because now, not only is she exposing Dickie, this public womanizer. Why hasn't he settled down? Oh, because he's gay. But let's look into Billy, who is actually an addict who went to jail because he hurt someone when he was an addict. Let's make him, like, it would be something that Dickie would want to protect from the public, because he knew that they would look at Billy in the wrong light, when really Billy, I feel like it's going to be somebody who was like a homophobe who tried to hurt him, and Billy defended himself, but he lost in court because the man had money. So really Dickie knows the truth. Like, Billy wasn't a victim, but as far as the courts go, he looks like the assaultant. So of course Maya is going to play that up like, oh, not only is he secretly gay, but he's a fucking old person beater or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm not really liking Maya at this moment. Noelle, so you got your fucking work cut out for you. I don't normally pull these types of decks for stories, but I felt the need to. So let's see what the inner stuff, like the inner laying of the character is. Let's start with Maya. Commit to self-care rituals. So, Maya is the type of person that is very focused on image, very fearful of being irrelevant, outdated, like trying to keep up with the younger crowd, the younger reporters. Like, I feel like Maya had some pretty good success, and she maybe had a bit of a slump when the story takes place. Like, she wants to put herself on the map, or maybe she felt rejected by Dickie in some way. I'm not really sure what Dickie does. But I feel like they should be rivals. Because I feel like that would be more motive for why Maya is writing a story about Trump. Like, there's got to be some kind of personal something between Maya and Dickie for her to come at him so hard and want to expose his secret and expose his lover. Like, we haven't really gotten to the midst of that just yet, but this shows me that she's a very fearful person of losing status, of losing fame, of being irrelevant, of being replaced by someone younger. I feel like she's going to have replacement threats from her production company. So she's got all this stress to perform and to pick up a story. So that's even more of like, oh shit, I'm not, like, they have these young, beautiful reporters that they want to replace me with, so I need to get a juicy story. So let's get a little bit about Noelle, other than, obviously, she's saintly. She's a little bit klutzy. She's a newbie angel. Write down your goals and dream big and get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. So yeah, I feel like Noelle's job is more to record what is happening, or this is a narration from maybe Noelle's point of view. Like, maybe I'm supposed to be representing Noelle when I tell this story. Perhaps that's what Spirit's getting at. Like, talking about my boss. And what I could tell the story from Noelle, like, maybe something after something had happened, like Noelle is giving her tell-all interview about, like, her 2 cents. So maybe that's who Noelle will be, is the narrator, which would be me ultimately making up the story. Let's get some details about Billy. Change one thing today, start small, and stop judging and start loving. I'm going to keep this one because he's very, very involved in AA. He's an activist for addicts. I feel like he would work with, like, legal aid kind of stuff, like, but he has to work on not going back to the streets every day, and he has to work on loving himself and being confident and feeling secure, because Billy is a very wounded soul. He's abandoned. He had no family. He's not getting a proper attention he wants from Dickie. He's feeling like ultimately Dickie's going to cast him out to keep the secret, and then he's really going to be alone because, Billy doesn't really work. Dickie is his sugar daddy. So, like, you have all these fears going on with Billy, and I feel like it's triggering him to maybe use again, or maybe there's conflict between the relationship. Or Maya hits that addict button to try to get Billy to fuck up publicly, maybe to out. Maybe she's trying to get Billy to out them by feeding lines to Billy, like, if he loved you, he would tell people. Like, Maya could be playing devil's advocate. Let's get some details about Dickie. Journal it out, write how you feel. This is how Maya is going to tell her story. She finds Dickie's journal. Perfect. Finds Dickie's journal. But where? We don't know. We don't know, question mark. So this is where Maya ultimately learns all of his truth about he's going to tell everything in the journal about how he hates lying to his mother and his church and how he hates breaking Billy's heart. And he talks about Billy's past and how angry he is at the man. But, Maya is not a good person, so she's not really being compassionate about what she's reading in this journal. Let's get a little bit more details about Maya. We're using the Kipper deck. What's going on with Maya? Why would she be this vicious? Other than, her career kind of tanking and she's being threatened to be replaced. There's got to be something deeper. Despair. You gotta see Maya's heart at the end and what would make somebody go completely heartless, like not want to love, turn it all off. She lost someone, a death. Now, we don't know what kind of death this is. Is this somebody that she lost when she was a child and it stunted her emotional capacity? Or is this something within a few years? So what is this despair about in the story, Spirit? Who did she lose? A child. Okay. I was just going to say that. Before I even said that, I'm like, this feels like a scorned mother. So she lost a child. Let's work on that. Plot thickens. Okay, so obviously all these people run in the same city, they run the same crowd. And Dickie wasn't always openly gay, he didn't always know Billy. So, this is where the story gets good. So, Maya and Dickie were together. I did get that right as far as what Spirit wanted, but they were together before Dickie knew Billy. So let's put a time frame on this. He's probably been with Billy. We don't want to make it too long because somebody that famous probably wouldn't be able to hide it for their whole life. But it has to be long enough for Maya to have experienced a pregnancy loss and a rise up. So we're going to say about 10 years. We'll say a decade ago, he had a thing with Maya. Maybe he really did, attempt to have a relationship with her. He was really trying not to be gay at that point. Maybe when he met Billy is when he realized he was gay. Maybe he wasn't gay the whole time. Because I'm kind of feeling those vibes. So I feel like within this relationship, Maya and Dickie made a baby. And before Maya could tell him, I feel like Dickie met Billy, hooked up with Billy in a very, underground way. I feel like he was probably exploring his sexuality a bit, bumped into Billy, probably love at first sight type of thing, started hanging out and he kind of blew off Maya, dumped her, and that's when the whole womanizer thing came to be. Anytime someone got curious about his sexuality, he would just be seen out with a woman for a while, and then there would be reports about a breakup, but that was what the catalyst to why Maya and Dickie broke up was Billy came into the picture unknowingly, destroying what Maya thought was a very real family, and she was pregnant. And I feel like the devastation of what happened is what she feels made her, I'm going to have her miscarry this one. I don't feel like it would be something that the world knew about. But I feel like she kind of wanted it, though. But the stress of everything happening, of Dickie breaking her heart like that, and I feel like Dickie did it in a very cutthroat, ruthless way because he didn't at the time when him and Maya, like, he probably had genuine feelings for Maya, and then he met Billy, and he was in this conflict with himself of, like, oh my god, I'm gay, I don't know what to do about this, and I feel like he kind of took it out on Maya, not meaning to break her heart and her spirit and her soul, but this is what made Maya a vicious person. You broke my heart, you took my love away, and I lost my child because of you, Dickie. So, and she's finding out the truth of everything in this journal she finds, which would only make her more furious. And she's blaming Billy now. So that would be why she's coming for Billy. It's all clicking into place. Yeah. As soon as I said Billy house, like, in Maya's eyes, Billy got everything that she wanted. The house, the luxury to just create, the sugar daddy. I feel like Billy has some fame himself. I feel like we're going to make him a YouTuber because he's not like somebody who would like work for someone else. He does his own thing. And I feel like he's very, has his own presence within that. Like he's very LGBTQ and very loud and proud about who he is, and I feel like that's something Dickie really appreciates and loves because that's what he can't be himself. They're very much opposite. So she's like, all right, if you're proud, and why are you hiding with Dickie then? So she's kind of trying to expose the real truth about the house. But this also roots to Billy wanting that like really genuinely wanting to be married to Dickie. Yeah, wanting that high honor of being Dickie's husband. Wanting the world to know, like, I live with this man. We are not just co-workers. We are not just friends. Like, that's what Billy wants. And I feel like he works very, very hard also to clean up his history. Like, he wasn't a very good person like Maya. He is somebody who's at the other side of it, who already had their own angel experience and changed and became a better person and is using their platform for good, which would be even more devastating if Maya were to expose him. So let's get some details about Dickie, even though we kind of just got a lot about him. What else do we need to know about his part of things? What happened with Maya? Like, what? Sudden wealth. Ooh. Okay, so let's change it up a little bit. It wasn't just about Billy why Dickie left Maya. I feel like Maya was a bit controversial. She's mouthy, and I feel like he got offered something, and I feel like in a public way he was attached to Maya. They knew of them as a couple, and he just got a job offer, and they said, if you want to come work for this network, or if you want to do, I'm going to make these both Dickie and Maya in the same field, so they're both top of the line journalists, like TV journalists like Katie Couric, like people who are on the TV every day. He got a better position, and he leveled up, and he kind of left her behind. But I feel like he also changed with the money as well. He wasn't the same Dickie that met Maya and like fell for Maya. They had been together for a little bit, and when he found Billy, he fell in love, and he was so lost, and he really did not care about hurting anyone because he was just lost. Marriage. This is even worse. I feel like in the story, Dickie's engaged to somebody, a woman, who's very, very wealthy, which would infuriate Billy. But I feel like Billy and Dickie might be having some financial troubles and hiding it as well. Like, here they are, Dickie's trying to live the sugar daddy life, and Billy, is probably catching on to the fact that, maybe Dickie isn't doing as good as he says. So, I don't know. Let me clarify. What is this marriage? Was he married to Maya? That's not making sense. Courthouse. Okay, yeah. He made a lot of money from a divorce, but I don't think it's from Maya. I don't think it's from Billy. I feel like there's something maybe I'm missing in this story. He could have gotten inheritance from his parents. Maybe he's old money. Mature man and expectation. Yeah. This is like a grandfather. Father. He got his money. He's old money. I feel like that's all that is. But I feel like he wants to get married to Billy. I feel like ultimately in the end that's like the moral, like the sudden wealth. Maybe he's attached to his family's money. Maybe it isn't his mother's rejection he's fearing. He's fearing being cut off by a mature man because somebody expects his. Okay, so his mother expects him to marry and do the traditional thing, and he's fearing getting cut off. Mommy holds the purse strings for Dickie to have the life he has. So, Dickie is codependent on Mom for money. I'm just writing myself notes at this point. Let's talk about Noelle. What do we need to know about Noelle? Family room. So she's very involved in the dynamic. She's just kind of like a spectator. So I feel like that's just clarifying that Noelle is in fact the narrator. So somebody's sitting in a room telling the story about Maya and Dickie and his lover Billy. Concern. Yeah, Noelle is concerned for Maya for sure. The concern, I don't know what's in it for Maya though, because we have Maya as this destroyed woman with a lost child, and she's seeking vengeance. What is the thing that changes her heart though? Like what? We have journey and lovers and false person. Poverty, yeah. This is about helping Maya realize what her true passion in life really was all along, and it wasn't to be a journalist. This is a redirection for Maya's career and a redirection for Dickie's love, and pretending to be something that he's not. So I feel like Noelle's kind of helping two people in one. Noelle's the baby, grown up. Noelle is the child of Dickie and Maya. That's going to be the at the end of the story. I'm really your child. You didn't lose me. I love it. I love it. Gushy. Okay, let's get some details from Messages from Mermaids. Let's get some plot stuff. So what's going down with Maya? Decisions. She's got to make a decision on if she's running the story about Dickie, if she's staying at her job, if she's going to give in to the pressure and just walk herself. We have abundance and free spirit. This is about her. She wants that one big last story that she can cash in because she's feeling like she's getting the boot from the network. So she wants to get one more tell-all, one more big story. She's making a decision on what that is. Then she finds the journal. So the decision is, what is my big story that's going to free me and give me the money to go on and do something else? She needs to ask for help. This is her complex, asking for help. What happens when Spirit wants you to learn a lesson? They do a forced tower. So we gotta, Maya is in her office, she gets passed up, how is the story starting is what I'm getting at, because Maya is going to be successful. She's on her way into work. This is like the beginning of the story is something spontaneous comes up. The spontaneous would be the journal. Breaking free. Support. This is about supporting herself. What am I going to do now? She's in a rut. She's fearing her career is ending. She doesn't have much longer at the network. She knows that. Even if she does one more story, she's got younger reporters that are just driving better with the public. She doesn't score very high. She's not too likable. She doesn't come off as approachable, so she's having network issues. And it's because her heart isn't in it, which she doesn't know. So how are we going to get Maya, into this work conflict of, oh my God, I have to come up with something good, into finding the journal and something spontaneous, breaking free, decisions. This is where I'm getting a bit confused. Spirit, tell me. All right, so we know about the work stuff. She's under the crunch to find something. How does she find the journal? Free Spirit. Billy. What about Billy? The future and solitude. What's the solitude about? Abundance. I feel like she meets Billy out somewhere. I don't know. I feel like this is what's going to happen. She has this shitty day at work. She finds out she's got to come up with something. She's pretty much getting replaced. So she's under this, mad pressure to, I got to make some money because I'm going to be out of work for a while. I got to find a new network. I got to be relevant to get a new network. So she's in her mind of, how I'm going to do this. So she's walking to, I'm assuming what she's going to be, a bar. I feel like she's going to frequent this place quite often because it's going to be close to work. They're going to know her. She's going to sit down. She has a present. Billy is going to be the new person in the mix here, the free spirit that just spontaneously found this bar. And, Billy's in the thick of it, of feeling guilty for him and sorry for himself, wanting more from Dickie, sick of being in hiding with the solitude. That day, another story about, how he might be close to marrying so-and-so, and he's just very upset. So he's talking about this sugar daddy and how he has to hide his relationship and, just drunk rambling. And through this conversation, I think she puts two and two together, realizing that, oh my God, Dickie's sleeping with men now. What's this future about? Re-energize. Yeah. Oh my God, this is the thing that's going to put me on the fucking map. Exposing the bastard Dickie for being gay. Because I don't feel like that would have ever, I think that would be quite a surprise for Maya. She was pregnant with this kid. To find out he was gay would be like, what the fuck? So yeah, Maya meets Billy in a bar. Drunken. We're going to put loose lips. I don't know what that means. All right. So let's talk about Billy in this situation. At this bar, what goes on with Billy? Breaking free. Yeah, he's just venting. He's just at this bar and he lets it all out and he feels good about it. And he takes an Uber home So let's talk about the next day, what goes on with Billy. We have feeling, oh shit. Realizing maybe, I don't think he feels like he exposed Dickie in any way because I don't think he realized who Maya was. But I think he realized his true feelings about Dickie, and because of his conversation with Maya, then turns the conversation on Dickie of, I want to be married to you. I want the public to know, like, I'm not okay hiding anymore. It's kind of like the catalyst that causes a wrench between Dickie and Billy, but it needed to happen. So although Maya's out here trying to destroy them, it actually kicked Dickie and Billy into a new cycle of now Dickie really understands that Billy might be leaving, and that panic is starting to set in with Dickie. So tell me more about what happens between these two in the coming days of the story. Letting go. I think Billy breaks up with Dickie, and I feel like that's the wake-up call that Dickie needs to realize that maybe he's not so afraid of losing it all. He's more afraid of losing Billy. So we're going to have Billy makes an ultimatum, and Dickie refuses, which usually happens in rom-coms. And then, so Billy breaks up with Dickie, which Dickie never expects him to do because Billy doesn't make money. Dickie's hoping, Billy's hoping that it won't stick. So what happens once Billy breaks up with Dickie? Acceptance. I feel like Dickie realizes that, he's not ready to give Billy what he wants, and I feel like that really breaks Billy's heart, that he's accepting that this is how it's going to be. Like, if he loves Dickie, he has to be a secret, and that inner knowing that love. That he loves Dickie. He made this ultimatum. I think he regrets it, but at the end of the day, he knows that Dickie loves him. He's got to accept what it is or not accept it and walk away. So that's the complex with Billy in this mix of the story. Billy's trying to find himself as a single person. I don't feel like he's destitute because he does make his own money with this YouTube stuff. So I do see Billy, like, in the story, like, having his own place, making his own friends, which is making Dickie upset. Dickie's now having to see Billy in a life without him, happy, successful in his own right. And Maya is enjoying Dickie being in this misery, and then Dickie doesn't have Billy to take his feelings out on, so these two are going to war about the article, about exposing, who he is, and which brings up their past. And Maya's like, why did you leave me like that? You were so fucking heartless. I was pregnant. And then Dickie's like, what? You were pregnant? I didn't know that. And like the whole drama, you know how these things go. But let's get some details about Dickie. What goes on with Dickie in this story? Hope. With that rainbow, he's hoping that he could just find a way to, like, get Billy back. Like, he hopes so much that he will one day be able to be comfortable with, like, being who he is in front of his family. He's hoping that the future will hold. I think Billy saved his life. I think before he met Billy, he was just coasting. and he was living on adrenaline. He was just going moment to moment because nothing fulfilled him, because he wasn't being who he was, and he had all this expectation from like a rich family, and here he is with all these feelings for men, and he doesn't know what to do about it, and it's not accepted, and he just keeps hoping that it's all going to change for the better. Like if he just keeps doing what he's doing, it's going to be okay. He's so afraid of change. He's so afraid of just being who he is. That's so sad. So yeah, although he's kind of like a dick and treats people like shit around him, I think that all comes from a very hurt soul of never really truly being comfortable to be yourself. Miracles, pray. I think he's the one that prays, like, please God, like, maybe that's what brings Noelle into the story. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what's right. They say being gay is wrong. Like, I don't want to offend you. I feel like it's not just a moral complex about his mother. This is going to be, like, again, it's another true aspect of true people who experience being gay in life and were raised in the church and were raised hearing that it was wrong. They have this complex. They have this moment of, am I being sinful? Am I going to go to hell for this? And I kind of feel like that's Dickie talking, because I feel like he does believe in God. Like he does believe in what he was raised, and he feels horrible for being who he is because of his mother and the church. Not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying, yeah, support. Wants support from wants a sign. Like, please, this is what brings Noelle. Like, please, God, give me a sign that being gay is okay, that Billy's gonna come back. And, like, this is what brings the angel into the story. It's not about Maya. This is about Dickie. I think this is a very LGBTQ Christmas story, and I approve. At first, I thought it was going to be Maya in the lead, but nope, Dickie's taking the lead. Yeah, he wants to move forward with his life, so this whole story is about Dickie embracing who he is, becoming less of a Scrooge, opening his heart, making amends with Maya, meeting his trials with Maya through Noelle, and getting Billy back. Very beautiful. I like it. I really don't think I need to pull any more cards. I think we got the gist of the story as far as much of a brainstorm. But we'll recap just to keep it all fresh for everybody. So we have Maya, who is like, we need a last name, a catchy last name. Maya. Hi, this is Maya Monroe for news channel such and such. So she's like a reporter, but I feel like she's more of like an entertainment, like ET entertainment news, not like a reporter. And Dickie is like legit, like he reports the news. So I feel like that's why Dickie's more successful, because she's kind of like, she covers celebrities, and like, not that anything's wrong with it, but that's not as much of a media presence as someone who's in your face every day delivering you serious fucking news all the time. So Maya Monroe, typical, oh no, middle age, can't keep up with the young crowd. I'm going to be losing my job, my position. I'm not being well received at the public. I need to impress my image. So she's in a mad dash scramble, has a shitty day at work, goes to the bar, and meets this young gay man named Billy, who, through their conversation, she finds out is actually her ex, Richard or Dick Trump, we're calling Dickie, his secret gay lover, which blows the top off. I think I'm going to have Billy had gotten upset in the first place because he found Dickie's journal. And in this meeting of Maya in the bar, and, you know, expressing, like, word vomiting his feelings to what he thinks is a stranger. Like, he doesn't know her face, doesn't know who she is. she's not like a huge media presence like Dickie. He probably doesn't watch that kind of stuff that she's on. So, like, he's gushing his soul to her, not knowing. And I think he's going to leave the journal behind, which gives her all the missing pieces to everything, which makes her furious, which would give her a story. But now she's got to investigate. She's got to take what's in the journal and be able to prove it. So she goes home from the bar like, oh, I got my thing. And so Billy goes home from the bar and he goes to sleep, and he wakes up in the morning and realizes, oh, I gotta give my lover of a decade ultimatum. Like, I'm not okay being your secret closet lover anymore. Like, I want to be married. I want to have a family. Like, I want to do the real thing. And you don't respect me. You don't love me. So if you don't want me to leave right now, this is what needs to happen. And Dickie's like, nope, sorry, I can't do it. I can't lose my purse strings from my mom. I can't get kicked out of the church. I don't want to offend the public. Like, blah, blah, blah. All these excuses. So they break up, blah, blah, go their way. So Dickie gets in the slump of, oh my God, I lost my lover. All I have is work. So he throws himself into work. Throwing himself into work, in comes Maya. Hey, long story short, I know you're gay and I'm going to expose you, because she's angry about the past. So Dickie's like, all right, I need to do some damage control or she's going to out me. So Dickie, of course, is forced to spend time with Maya, which she loves. So I feel like this is a little bit of torture for Maya. She's going to put him through the ringer of, maybe you should pay me some money, or why don't you tell the story? Someone's going to, if not me, who else is going to tell your story? Like, why don't we use your words and we can do this together? Like, there's like an element of manipulation that's going to cause them to spend some time together, which is going to make Maya realize that he's not the same person he was. And it's going to make Dickie realize that, oh my God, maybe he hurt Maya and made her into this vicious person, and he's going to realize what she went through with the whole pregnancy thing, and in it there's going to be a lot of healing. And I think ultimately Maya and Dickie are going to work together to out him so that he can pull off this romantic thing to get Billy back. And then Noelle is just like the narrator in the background, like telling the juicy deeds. So I hope that you like this so far, and we'll see what happens in this story. I'm going to get a drink, take a minute, smoke for a second, get my creative juices going. Not that I need to smoke, but it's my day off. I like to smoke on my day off, I'm not going to lie. Don't really smoke much on my days of work other than to sleep, but on my days off, I like to zen. Why not? Some people drink wine. I hit my vape 4 times. Works for me. See you soon.